My name is Rose Blossom. We are excited to be here. As always, thank God it's Friday. We are excited to be here. Okay, today's quite exciting. Our time is fast spent. So apologies while we're trying to sort one or two things out. So yesterday we'll be making a call because we just had to do this due to the timing and some quick restraints. But anyways, to watch this program live, you can actually join us on Facebook and on YouTube at Galaxy TV News. Just type in Galaxy TV News, and of course, you can watch us live. Thank you so much for joining. And for those who are not, you're not close to a TV screen and you want to be part of the show, you can actually download Galaxy Television app from Google Play Store or Apple Play Store to watch this program live. So you are welcome again. Today we have an amazing guest. So I'm going to introduce my guest first before we go for the tip. Let me change the normal ritual. Of course, she's an amazing person. She is a career clarity coach. Now, there's a difference when you have a coach and when you have a career coach and when you have a career clarity coach. So yes, we're having both, we're having like two things in one as, a profile. Then also she is a coach, and definitely for doing that, she is an empowerment advocate, a women empowerment advocate. And also she is an HR professional. Okay, can we have Fatima Lawal who will be actually joining us pretty soon. But before we put a voice to that, I'm so sorry, you might not be seeing her face, but definitely there will be a picture that will be displayed. But before that, let's quickly go for how to deal with setback in our careers. When you're pushing your career, what's that thing that sets you back? Or when you feel like you're having a setback in your career, this is how you deal with it. So we're going to go for that tip, and of course we'll come back, because today we're talking about career mindset, and it's not just about talking, being a career woman. It's having the clarity. You need to be clear on exactly what you want. And there are people who do not know exactly what they want. They know where they're going to, but they do not know exactly the route they need to take. So yes, that is what we're talking about, clarifying and knowing the real destination when it comes to a career goal. And this is not just for women. Men are also welcome to actually listen and watch. So let's quickly go for a tip on how to deal with setback in our career. And we'll be right back to the studio to have a discussion with Fatima Lawal. Stay with us and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, yes, we have Fatima waiting with us on the line already. But of course, that is the tip where you can actually deal with your setback in your career. And like I said, today is quite interesting because we're taking this career clarity from another angle, and we're looking at it from the angle of career negativity or career difficulty to having a career positivity, and that's where you have clarity moving forward. So it's more about the career mindset. And of course, like I said, we have Fatima Lawal. Good morning, Fatima. It's good to have you. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so first thing first, a lot of people will not really understand why is it career clarity coach. Because trust me, all we hear is a career coach, a life coach, relationship, marriage coach, and all of that. So what exactly is a career clarity coach? What does it stand for? What do you do before we, go further into exactly the mindset of everyone or every woman who needs to get clarity in a career path?
Okay, so like I said, I'm a digital professional, and during the course of my career, I've been in digital for 18 years, and I coached before. I realized that a lot of people get stuck in their career. A lot of people at the beginning of their career, they don't take, okay, this is what is happening to me, and I'm going to take it. I've been hunting for jobs, this is what I got, I'm going to take it. From the very beginning, they're not even so clear about how they want to chart in their career path. How they want to grow from the beginning of their career, and to the middle of their career, and even to the highest potential they can execute in their career. That aside, there are also some people who join a career that is just great stuff. They get up every day, they're tired of doing the same workplace, they're tired of the working, they're tired of the burnout. So clarity comes in the journey of the career when you assess yourself. Maybe they out of the coach and say, where am I going to? What is the next for me? What am I finding? What am I doing? What am I doing? Because when I'm really aligned with who I'm supposed to become or who who I am? But then when my goals in life, do I enjoy it or do I just go because I need to earn living or do I just go because I enjoy it? So at that point, transparency comes, especially when you feel stagnated. You know, a lot of people are in their career, they feel stagnated, they don't know where to go, and then they just leave on autopilot. But with clarity, you need to respect yourself. Where am I? Where am I going to? What is the next thing for me for the next 5 years? What do I need to do? What courses do I need to take? What mindset shift do I need to have? So that is where clarity comes in. I hope that helps.
Yes, that's something. So I really understand that because I've met a lot of people who how do I put it? You know, just the way where people I just need to get a job. I just need a job. So they are not even looking at exactly what they should be doing or what they love to do. They just need to get the job, get the money so they can sort out some bills. So that is where clarity comes in. This is what you want to go for. This is what you need to do and you're driving for that, which is very interesting. Now let's talk about career difficulty. Now, a lot of people do not even know that at this point in their life, they are facing a lot of challenge or a lot of difficulty in that career. And there are ways they can actually make it more positive. There are ways they can make it more clearer. Let me use that word. Now, for someone who is going through this career difficulty, but they do not understand, they maybe just feel stuck or they feel like, oh, I'm having too much challenge. Or maybe they feel like, oh, I need to brush up. I need to level up. Or they feel like maybe it's just maybe the unhealthy competition or the competition they are facing at work or during, you know, climbing the ladder of their career. Now, for the fact that there is a difficulty, there is a negativity around the career, what are the pointers that will make me and make every other person out there understand that, oh, this is just a challenge. This is just your difficulty at this period. And there is going to be a time where there'll be clarity and where there'll be positivity for you to move forward and climb up the ladder, maybe a step or two step forward. Now, what are those pointers that we need to use to indicate that this is just a challenge? This is just a difficulty. And is there a difference from this difficulty and a path and a thing whereby maybe that career should be changed, or maybe that thing that we thought is a career path is really not the career path we should be choosing, which I think that's where the clarity comes from, where we have you as a professional, basically. So please clarify that.
Okay, so I always tell people from the very beginning, you want to embrace the mindset. You must not embrace the fixed mindset. The mindset of an helplessness mindset. So if as an individual, you have at the back of your mind that I'm all for growth, I'm all for development, I'm not for talk. You understand that there will be challenges along the way. There will be difficulties along the way in your career. That's a place of a great mindset to start from. Now, when the challenges come, what are you telling yourself? What story are you telling yourself? Are you telling that the power story? You say, this is just for now, what do I need to do? What's the level of self-awareness? Do you really know who you are? Do you really know what you want for yourself? That's very good. So, if you're able to, you know, design, okay, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, this is what I look for, then you're able to have some form of clarity to give yourself to say, okay, this challenge, this is difficult, it's just temporary.
Yeah.
And the only thing is seek for help. Seek for help. You know, there used to be a thing that people think that seeking for help shows your weak. Actually, seeking for help shows you strong.
Really?
It shows that you have strength. It shows that you have the audacity to want to change what is going on in your life. So, when you face this challenges, when you face this difficulty, when you face this something around your career and you don't know where to go, you are trying to resolve it yourself. You are trying all your best. At that point, I say, seek for help. Seek for help with an open mind. Seek for help with an empowered mind that whatever I'm going to get, I'm going to be able to take action. Seek for help, understanding that there's always light at the end of this tunnel. Seek for help, understanding that even if difficulties are going through, there will be silver lining at the end of this. So that's
Okay, thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. Even though we've not asked so much question, we just want to take a short break. And that's another tip. And we're still talking about our career advancement. And of course, when we come back to that, we'll talk about the exact reasons why people get stuck in their career and how can we actually get to know that this is the time where we probably need to transit from one career to another because from our finance, we've had a lot of people who talked about career from our finance. We found out a lot of people can transit from one career to another, and there are different linear, non-linear careers and all of that where it's easy for you to shift because you feel like you need to do more for yourself. Of course, but after this short break, we still have Fatima with us. And of course, let's take the next tip. On that tip, we'll come back, we'll be talking about career transitioning and the clarity we need to be able to know when and when not to transit in our career. We'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, yes, welcome back. Such an amazing tip. I love that. Okay, that put a smile on my face because that brought a lot of questions to mind while listening to that. Okay, so we still have Fatima Lawal. Like I said, she's an HR professional and also she is a career clarity coach. So yes, she's the best person to fit into this topic. So we want to talk about the transitioning and also definitely you're going to give us a little sneak peek into the part of what are the things HR look for when you send your CV that makes you qualify, even though you are so good with the job, they see that you are one of the best shots they could give. But one or two things are the things that, make them not pick you over others. So we're going to come to that. But first, now to transition from one career to another. How do we know that this is when we should transition? And when we transition, how do we know that, okay, the career path we're about to choose is the best career path we can choose and not that we'll probably go with the flow of maybe time, which might not be wrong, or maybe age or the status, anything, maybe influenced by anything, there could be factors influencing that. But what do you think should be the best decision if we want to transition? What should it be for us to say, okay, I want to move from being a presenter to probably being a medical professional. Maybe that's what I want to do now. What are the major things we need to look out for that will make us understand and be able to clarify that this is exactly what we need to do now and we're not making a mistake and we'll probably not just be looking at the money, but also our lifetime goals, which we always tend to plan for. Please go ahead, Fatima.
Okay, thank you. So, your question was helpful. I recall that one of them is how do you know that time to transition? I told people when you wake up on the morning, you have a information, and there was some days like 5 p.m., 4 p.m., you're already having some sort of expression in your face, you're already laughing, you're already looking forward to Monday, you're telling you something. There's something. When you wake up on Monday morning, you alarm and you shut it down. When you go to the grass, take your bath and all that, when you then do the office and you try to take off, you just on autopilot. You can't. You can't. When you keep experiencing consistent work for now. Issue with working, issue with realistic deadlines, all the time you do that. You feel like you put your best, you go above and beyond. Because you put the mental, you try to shape one or two changes in your nutrition. So you feel peaceful. You feel good. I'm not enjoying it anymore. So that's time you start doing the right thing. So what is the first step you take? Since you're bigger to come to a state of awareness, because you won't tell yourself that I'm not sure this is for me anymore. So number one is to career assessment. You move through the career assessment evaluation. And at that point, we are doing the evaluation. The assessment will be looking at what you do currently, what you've done, what are your strengths, what are your values, what are your goals, what are the things you enjoy. So it has to be you're a really past person that you will be true to yourself when you're completing the assessment. So you can't do it without a tool, which is a career assessment tool, to check where am I coming from, where am I right now, what is the possibility for my future, what would you like to have been doing, how much of the work do I want to put into, what is my confidence level, do I need to build my confidence level, do I need to take more courses? So when now know, okay, this is what I need to do. Oh, I think I'm going to explore this. I have done this in the past. Well, I can explore it. I'm all for change. I'm all for new ideas. I want to explore this. But at that point, what you are trying to access is your feelings, your strength, what aligns to you, what aligns to your vision. Then you're talking from a place of knowing. You're not going to be helpless anymore. And at that time, you think the career transition journey can begin.
Okay, thank you very much. I love that one. That's one of the best ways to actually make a decision. So let's quickly go because I know we have few minutes to actually talk about this. Now, a lot of women, not just women, trust me, a lot of people tend to always put in their CV for jobs. And they find out that for every time they put their CV out for jobs, maybe they feel like, let's take, for example, someone is into the teaching sector. That's the schooling sector, being a lecturer and all of that, and decide, okay, I do not want to lecture anymore. Now I want to speak to people. I probably want to become a presenter. And why saying I want to become a presenter? Obviously, teaching students and talking to students is almost the same thing. You just probably need to brush up your maybe diction, your presentation skills, and make it look more interesting to the whole public in general. Because maybe if you're teaching a class of the younger generation now, you might be talking to the older generation as much as you'll be talking to the younger generation. So there is a switch, and you feel like you want to take it further into the screen and not just at the four walls of a school. Now, at this point, you might not start sending out your CV based on your experience as a teacher or a lecturer, and you send out your CV. What are the core things human resource personnel always look up for on the CV, on our CVs that makes us qualify for a job, especially when we are transitioning? When that was not our first course, it was not the first thing we studied in school, it was not the things we did over the year, but we decided to change. What are the things that you professionals look up for? And while you're saying this is what you look out for, how do you think that when we want to transition, and it will be likened to our CV, because obviously it's going to be in our CV, that when someone like you see, you'll be like, okay, this person could do the job, even though the person has not been doing it for years, but want to switch. What are the things you look out for, and what you think we need to do to be able to get qualified for those kind of jobs due to the fact that we're transitioning?
Okay, so at the period you realize that you are transitioning, you must be ready for learning and development. That stage your transition is needed. Even though you have some ideas, you have some partial experience and experience to what you are transitioning. So what are you doing in the process? What new courses are you taking? What books are you reading? How are you developing yourself? That is the thing that we can do from almost everything. As an HR person, if I'm looking for the roles that you want to describe, and I send out my requirements, my job specification, my technical specification, and I get to we also because we are using APA tracking system. It may filter the house. But I always tell people that you must ensure that whatever you're teaching on TV, if it is software, if an AI system you're using, you must say one or two words to the correct tool. So for example, if you have a career profile at the beginning of your CV, like when you put the two things that you have done, and I'm already explaining to become a journalist, this is what I've read, this is the courses I've taken, these are the things that I know and I can add value to the organization. Then we don't have to start with because we not specific words that align with the requirements. This is a physical thinking. I'm looking at it. What I thought is that always ensure that you put the cover letter. Always ensure that you have the cover letter as much as possible within the context. Now, when you're writing your speech, ensure that at the top note, the most recent things you have done in that new area that you're transitioning to, you must be highlighted. You must ensure that you put it as the most recent, you must be highlighted, the courses you are taking, and every developmental activity you're taking into the transitioning they'll be able to transition because I need to be fast for you. Nobody does this take a job of take a doesn't agree with that. And don't apply for journalism. I see that your make some of offense on the journalist.
Okay.
But that comes from I don't think you're very short to this person. If you're able to go through the TV shortly and then you have the place to shine. The place to shine is that it is happening. And you're going to be ready to shine. Because at that interview, don't forget that you will be competing with people that have years of experience in that point.
Sure.
That particular way. So you must be ready to shine. Highly confident what you're going to bring to the table. And this is the more we have right now. We have all the information of our leadership. You must come to the interview today. What you can have value to them. You must respect the Lord of the people. And look at it. Medicine, and I see that this organization they don't have. Maybe you should take an interview. Maybe they work on it. You must come with that place. You must be able to take away. I am growing, but I have the confidence and have the willpower, and I'm so empowered in my mind that give me the opportunity to come into the organization and have this value and value. So you must come from a place of strength, a place of confidence and value added.
Wow, this is quite deep. You know, a lot of people do not know that, especially for the cover letter, because I've noticed some persons that are very good with the job. They end up not being taken because it's usually because, like you said, those recent achievements, those things that you know you're transitioning to, you must have noted them down at the first paragraph or the second paragraph, like you indicated.
1 minute remaining.
Oh, wow. Okay, so anyways, that's about that. But this is quite interesting. This is quite very educative and very informative. But I must say, thank you so much, Fatima. Wow, that was very, very educative. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yeah, obviously, because of our time, I would have said you should give us some few tips, but you know, you can't give us any more tip at this point because, you know, time is already fast spent. But of course, we'll bring you back again so that we can still talk about this HR thing. It's a very big thing. And I think if you can understand that, you can get any job at any place that you want to. So we'll bring you back again, Fatima. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right. Bye. Okay, and that's it from Fatima. She did justice to the topic and I really enjoyed every bit of it. Now I'm just going to list out some of the things she mentioned that you must have missed. Now she said for you to be, have clarity, you must understand that it is not just about your interest, but it's about something that you do for fun, like especially when you feel that this thing is easy for you to transit into, something that you were used to already, but it was something that you did not go into because you had other pursuits. Now at this point when you want to switch, you can switch to that and it's something in mind. Do not go far-fetched. But if you have to go far-fetched, like she said, you have to get more studies on that. You have to earn certifications. You have to read books. You have to maybe try and do internship, you know, just to be able to get exactly what you want. Then at the same time, while you're doing internship, getting the certification, reading the books, you should have people who are geniuses in this field to talk to you about it so that they can give you ample examples or ideas on how you can, you know, transit. And for clarity, she said, if you're confused, if that is the part, still get comfortable wherever you are and make sure you always go forward. When you feel like you're so relaxed, you can do this thing at the tip of your finger. You need to always get yourself challenged. You need to challenge yourself and tell yourself, okay, because I could wake up in the middle of the night by 1 o'clock if they wake me up and they ask you, okay, what is this about that? And you're telling them exactly what they want to hear. But trust me, if you've gotten to that point in life, you probably need to challenge yourself a little bit, up your ladder a little bit, up your game so that you can feel alive. And that way, it's not just about clarity now. It's about moving away from your comfort zone to something that will give you enough reason to want to keep pushing forward. Because when you're comfortable, you don't just want to push, you just remain there. But anyways, that's all we can take for today. And we've come to the end of the show. I'll say once again, thank you, Fatima. And it's Friday, so there's a lot of Owambes tomorrow. But please do not drink and drive. And like I always say, even if you want to drink, you're home, you're chilling, make sure you drink responsibly. But for smokers, trust me, I'll tell you, do not smoke. because your liver, your kidney is very important. Like they say, smokers are liable to die young. But if you're old and you're still smoking, maybe God was probably on your side. But anyways, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have missed this episode or whatever we talked about on today's show and you missed, especially the part where some people are sending CV everywhere, and yet you just find out that nobody has called you. They don't just call you. Why? But you are good. You need to go watch this episode so you know exactly why some HR are not listing you, because we just spoke to a professional HR which has been there for plenty years, and she's telling you some things you need to do even in your CV and your cover letter. So you need to go back, and the only way to see this is by going back to our YouTube channel, or you go to our Facebook at Galaxy TV to watch it and, recap. Just watch it all over again and start putting them into effect so that you can make a change for yourself. And of course, yes, that's the end of the show. I'll be joining you pretty soon on the buzz where we're talking about entertainment. We're giving you updates on entertainment. I'm still talking about some trending issues, of course, coming to relationship, lifestyle, fashion, music, movie, however it comes, we'll bring it your way again. But before that, we'll be having news on the hour. Until then, I'll see your face again, or you'll be seeing my face again. So till then, do have a beautiful day, and thank God it's Friday. Bye for now.